Hey, y'all, and welcome to Women of a Particular Age podcast, where we discuss women's views, life lessons, and a little bit of sugar honey iced tea. Shawnee, what's up? What's cracking? How was your day?
What up, TT? My day was great. I just kicked back and relaxed. I spent a little time with my brother this morning,
All right.
and I went to the post office, had to
All
do some
right.
mailing. But other than
Mm-hmm.
that, I'm good to go. It was a great day. How was
Okay.
your day?
Man, every day I'm hustling. Every day I'm hustling. You know what I did. We ain't gonna tell them what I did because that's gonna come on the next podcast. But I was hustling. So I got up,
All
I
day.
donated some blood for a patient, drove all the way down to my job, came back, I got my hustle on, and I got ready for this podcast. So, folks, listen, before we get started, please like, share, and subscribe. Jollystudios at gmail.com, www.jollystudios.com. Let me start the intro and I'll come back and we're going to let you know about who Shawnee is and how me and her get down. Hold on. All right, we back. So, folks, listen, this is a special pod. This is a special pod tonight. Okay. So, listen, I decided to bring my friend Shawnee on here because we both go to church together. We spend so much time together. Man. So, listen, before we get started, let me tell you what the topic is, and then we'll get into everything else. The topic is church before church. I know y'all want to
Hmm.
know what that means. Don't worry, we're gonna tell you. But before we start talking, Shawnee, what do we do before we start talking?
Oh, I might want to grab my mug.
Okay, grab your mug, homie. Oh, look at this girl done went. Look at this mug. Do y'all see this mug? Do you see what she? Man, look. We gonna stop playing. We gonna stop playing. First and foremost, listen. Let me show you my little mug. My mug has my name on it. It was made for me by somebody. I don't remember who, but I appreciate you, whoever it was. Shawnee, just tell them who gave you your mug, and then we'll get into what we're talking about.
A good friend of mine gave me my mug. And yeah, I mean, you can't deny it. I love women. I'm a lesbian all day.
Okay, well, don't worry. We're going to get to it. We're going to get to it. We're going to get to it. All right. So, first things first. First things first. Shawnee,
Yes.
let everybody know who you are and share a little bit about yourself.
Well, like she said, my TT said that my name is Shawnee, and that's who I am. And I am a chef by trade. I love my life when it comes to food. Everything surrounds me when it comes to food. But food always gets me into the fact that I am who I am. And
Right.
who I am is everything. So if you
Okay.
want to know more, we're going to go there.
We're gonna go there. Okay, we're gonna go there. Don't worry, we're gonna go there.
We're
All right.
going
So
there. We're going
now
there.
that Shawnee has told you a little bit about herself and who she is, guess what? The next thing we're gonna talk about, Shawnee, let them know how did we meet, friend. Let them know how we met.
Okay, straight up. We met at church.
Okay.
And the beautiful thing about it was she always walked up the stairs and she would always say good morning.
Right.
But when we actually met is when she said to my sister, "You have a beautiful name." And I turned to her and said, "Well, I got a beautiful name too." And she
Here she
laughed
go,
and
already
giggled.
starting mess.
And we
Already
had,
starting mess at
ever
the church.
since then, we've been friends. Ever
Starting
since
mess
then,
at the
we've
church.
been
Look
friends.
at her. She's starting mess. Well, starting mess at the church. Okay. Right, right,
What?
right. You guys, I need you guys to know me and Shawnee have been friends ever since. We sit next to each other. We have other people that sit next to us. We praise God together. We sing together. We have
And
conversations with each other every week. And the reason why this is called Church Before Church, because we actually have church and we bless each other with the conversation before
tell
church.
him.
Doesn't mean that we don't love our pastor, but because we get into these in-depth conversations, that is just a blessing to both of our hearts.
Yes,
Man, by the time the pastor rolls up, man, we halfway there.
we already did it.
We
Because every
man,
time we talk about church, we already talked about it because of the fact that what he is saying, we
right.
already said it. We
Exactly.
already said it.
We've already said it. We ain't got the skills now. Now
Nope.
please don't think that we're talking about being pastors. What we're
No.
basically saying is there are conversations that we have and we don't know what the pastor's going to preach on. And then
No.
when he preaches on it and when he touches on it, it just solidifies God and how he is working and how he's working with us.
Amen all day.
That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. So now listen, y'all, one more question, a couple of questions for Shawnee. Shawnee, let them know. Let us know when you came out, how you came out, and how it was received.
Oh, okay. So when I came out to my mom first.
Okay.
And I was scared only because, you never know if your family is going to accept you or not.
Right.
And when I told her, she said, "Baby, I already knew. I was just waiting for you to tell me, but don't get it twisted. Basically, if any of these females ever hurt you, they're going to have to answer to me."
Right.
So, I
Right.
mean, it's a hard
Right.
situation to come out of. And I know that because of a good friend of mine that lost his life. And, it is what it is, but we want those family members to be there for us. We want our friends to be there for us. So, I mean, it's
Right.
hard, but luckily for me, it wasn't. For me, it wasn't.
Okay.
So I'm
Okay.
happy.
I think you're pretty blessed in that part. And I just want you guys to know that me and Shawnee have had conversation about this, but also I wanted to express to you guys that me and Shawnee have had conversations about my brother. So not a lot of people know, only my family members know, some of my friends, but my brother passed away of AIDS when he was 26 years old. Growing up and having a brother who was gay at the time when being LGBTQ plus was taboo was very, very hard. I got teased a lot. I got into a lot of fights, and I had very mixed emotions about my brother. It didn't mean that I didn't love him. It just means that I was young and I didn't know how to feel. I loved him and I loved who he was and I loved what he brought into my life. But I also disliked him because his lifestyle was hard on me as a kid. And that's what made me become an introvert as a kid. I was quiet. I didn't really say too much. I kept to myself. So a lot of my family members don't understand that. I get judged a lot, but there's a lot of things that I went through that people don't understand that I went through. But those are things that make you who they are. And it was a very, very difficult situation. I had
Amen.
to change high schools because I got into fights. And there was a time that when my brother died, I actually had to go to counseling for about a year to deal with the like and the dislike of him and the lifestyle. So it's very, very hard. So me and Shawnee,
That's
it's the same thing, but a whole different way. I can't even imagine
100%.
me being her. I can't imagine being able to come out. I just can't imagine it. That's why I feel like you're brave. I feel like you're brave right now to even be
Thank
on
you.
this podcast to even talk about this. And I appreciate you doing it because we've been wanting to do this for a long period of time. And I just think that this time that you're giving me is precious. So I appreciate you, friend. I love you so much.
Oh, no. Your time is precious. I appreciate this too because you know what? I think everybody needs to know. Like I tell people all the time, my name is Shawnee, not Jesus. I can't judge you. So
Right,
don't judge me. You know,
right,
I can't judge you.
right,
I am just a living person in this life all day.
right,
This is just my
right,
waiting period.
right,
That's
right, right,
it.
right,
That's
right,
it.
right.
My waiting
Woo-hoo!
period all day. Come on, what?
Woo-hoo! That's what I'm talking about. All right, so listen, let's keep going. Now tell me
What's
this.
up?
Tell everybody, when did you become a Christian?
Ooh, that's a big one. Um, wow. Woo. Okay, so my mom would take us to church,
Hmm.
and so I had Christianity in my life at a
Right,
young age, and
right,
she was my teacher.
right,
But I left Christianity and because I wanted to live my life.
right.
But my sister tried to force me in back into it, and it wasn't
Okay,
right. But when I came back at least 32.
okay,
Here
okay.
I am. Here I am, like 47 now. But
Right,
I've been at the church that we're together now for the past 6 years, and it's been the best thing in my life. I kid you
right,
not. Loving the Lord is amazing. And
right,
He guides me every single day. I
right,
can put on a shirt and just walk out the door and just be like, what? And then somebody will say, how are you today? I'm
right.
blessed.
And
I'm
that's how we get it started. That's how
all
we do
day.
it.
That's all
That's how we
day.
do it. That's
It's
how
all
we
day.
do it.
So the church that we've been at there for 6 years, and I love it. And it's a God's good grace because there's no shame and there's no pushing away, which
Right,
is amazing.
right. And folks, you guys need to know, just understand, me and Shawnee been going to the same church for a long time. But what was happening is Shawnee's sitting up in the rafters and I'm sitting down below because my mother, when she was alive, God rest her soul, she wanted to be right up under the pastor. Okay, so I had to sit right up under the pastor with her. But once she passed away, I started sitting up in the rafters, and that's, listen, I love movies, y'all know, because I talk about movies all the time. And because we have a church where it's more like movie seating, to me, I felt like God led me up there. And then ever since I sat up there, I would see Shawnee. And honestly, I wanted to be her friend a long time ago, but I didn't really
You're
know.
gonna make me cry.
No, for real, I'm serious, friend. I didn't really know how to address it. And I just didn't know because I'm a friendly person. I talk to everybody. And I just didn't really know how to do it. And then that day when we talked, friend, I just love you. We've been friends ever since. You guys don't know. Me and Shawnee sometimes go out together. We hang out outside of church. We really do. I really do love her. I love her. I don't care about her lifestyle because that doesn't have anything to do with me. She doesn't care about the things that I'm working on because guess what? Remember, sin is sin. God sees it the same. Now, all the
All day.
particulars, I'm not a pastor and I'm not going to proclaim to be that. But I am going to tell you this, as being a Christian, we're supposed to give love, period. So the only thing that I can tell you is that person that's over there, I just love her. That's it. I
Mad
got
at
nothing.
you right now. Why'd you make me cry? So mad at you.
I ain't got nothing else, homie. I ain't got nothing else. I have
Oh
nothing
my
else to say to
gosh.
you. Always,
You love it.
I've met
Look, their
you
tears are still
and your
coming.
sister, everything. I've got nothing but love for you.
I
Always.
got
It's
nothing but love for you either. You know, this is
exactly
God's good love, and this is how that I kid you not, this is what we do. We
right.
good love all day. We
That's
good love
right.
all day.
All the
I will
time.
never be fake around anyone. I am who I am. I love my life, and I will always love my life. And I know the good Lord. people love me every single day.
Just know when we go and meet him, the only person that can judge you is him. Your walk has to be a personal walk with him. I can't tell you anything.
Exactly.
You have to get whatever you need to get from the word, just like I have to. Okay? Okay. So now we got
Exactly.
one more question for you.
Oh no, there's more. Okay,
What
let me.
are those
All right, hold
struggles
on.
that you
Hold
have?
on. Me.
Okay. All
Okay,
right. No,
I'm
take your
ready.
time. Take your time.
I'm ready
What are
now.
the struggles? What are the struggles that you go through with this walk with God? What are your struggles?
I guess my only struggle is, you know, look, people are still upset about the fact that people are gay, but LGBT, all of it, they're mad.
Right.
But I can still be me, and I will always be me. So my struggle is, I get it, you don't want to accept me, but I think my struggle more is, will my Lord accept me?
Okay. Now that's a deep struggle. That's a deep struggle right there. That's
And
something
I
you have.
know He will. I know
Okay.
He will,
Okay. And,
but
and
that's
what?
my struggle.
Listen, I feel like that's a struggle for all of us because all of us are, and I'm not going to say all of us. I'm going to say all of us who are Christians. That is the struggle, meaning that we want to uphold the word, what's in the word, and
Yes.
we have to know that we have to uphold that word in order to get into heaven.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that we all struggle with certain things. Once again, I always tell you that we all struggle with certain things. I don't think that
100%.
each one of us are different, but I'm going to tell you the same thing I keep telling you, friend. I don't have a heaven or a hell to put you in. I just don't. I'm trying to live the best that I can. I'm trying to do the best that I can, and I'm praying for you, and I know that you're praying for me.
All day, every day.
Okay, so that's all that we can do. It's just love
All
on
day,
each other
every day. That's
and
all
get
we can
best
do.
for each other. Okay. So now, folks, listen. I'm so glad that you came on this journey with me and Shawnee. I appreciate her coming on here. Once again, please like, share, and subscribe. JollyStudios at gmail.com, www.jollystudios.com. Shawnee, I appreciate you coming on here again.
Oh, you
You
don't have to
guys,
appreciate me. It's
listen,
God's
you
good
guys,
love.
please. Put some stuff down in the comments. Please encourage my friend because this journey for her is hard. It's hard for me, but I know it has to be even harder for her. If you like this episode, let us know. We would appreciate it. I'd like to bring her on here again because we would like to actually talk to you about some of the things that we talk about before
At
church.
church. Yeah,
Okay,
yeah, yeah.
right? Okay, so listen, take care, y'all. Thank you so much, and we hope to see you guys again.
Thank
Peace.
you.